Hey vinyl community, it's Michael again. Welcome back to Near Wild Heaven. This week I'm going to take a break from the Cleveland series I've been doing, and I'm going to do, this is going to be vinyl finds. I'm going to get caught up on stuff. This is stuff that I found uh, through the past month, the last 3 weeks or so. Um, I think it's mostly from local shops. There might be a couple of online buys. But first up, this is Crime, Murder by Guitar. This is a San Francisco band from the 70s. These are recordings that were made between 1976 and 1980. This is on the Superior Viaduct label. Um, this contains three singles, both sides of all three singles that they released while they were active, and it also has like 9 unreleased studio cuts. So that's pretty good. Really good punk from the 70s, San Francisco. Really good stuff here. This comes with a little insert there. The band in their rehearsal space. And there's one with two of the guys with Debbie Harry. Um, so yeah, they were a pretty popular band in the punk scene that was going on. But they never got to record an album, which is kind of a shame. But at least we have these, and this is a really good record. If you like punk, if you like the 70s original punk sound, check these guys out if you don't already know about them. The song on here is called Hotwire My Heart. It was one of their singles that was covered by Sonic Youth, I believe on their Evil album. So yeah, really good stuff. Um, Crime, Murder by Guitar. And up next, this one, I've seen other people show this. I've been wanting this for a long time. This is TheAdverts, Crossing the Red Sea with TheAdverts. This is a 1981 release, reissue. Originally came out in 1978. It's another great punk album, British punk. Um, this includes a single, Gary Gilmore's Eyes, that wasn't on the original release. So that's kind of cool to have that on here. But what a great album. It's like so good. I just listened to this before I made this video, and man, this is this this is one of the best punk albums come out of the 70s. If you like that style, check them out. TheAdverts, uh, Crossing the Red Sea, really good stuff. More punk. Up next, this is the Misfits, Earth AD, and Wolf's Blood. This is one that I didn't have. This is a reissue from 2022, and it says here Capitol Records, but it still has the Plan 9 logo and all that, so I don't know what the deal is with that, but great album though. It plays at 45 instead of 33, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 songs on here, so plays just a little over a half hour, about 32 minutes or so, but great stuff from the Misfits. This, I think, was their third album, maybe. I'm not sure. But, yeah, originally from 1983. Might be their second album. But anyway, great stuff from the Misfits. If you like the Misfits, you know about this. So check it out if you don't. Great album. Earth AD and Wolf Blood. The Misfits. Up next, Black Flag, In My Head. I just picked this one up today. Really good. I'm trying to find all the Black Flag albums I can. So I came across this one. This is a reissue. Originally came out in 1985. Great songs, you know. Black Flag is just one of the best punk bands, the U.S. punk bands. Um, but yeah, just great stuff. Henry Rollins, Greg Ginn, Kira on bass, and Bill Stevenson on drums. This was, I'm not sure, probably like their third or fourth album. But really good stuff from Black Flag. Always a joy to find their stuff. So there's that. And then the next one, this is Dinosaur Jr. This is their first album. This is a reissue from 2011 on Jaguar Records. This originally, I think, was on SST when it first came out. And also, when it first came out, it was just called Dinosaur. But there was another band that was going by that name at the time, and I guess they told them to stop using that name, so they just added Junior to it to differentiate them. But yeah, if you like Dinosaur Jr., this isn't their best album, but it's got some good stuff on it. Jay Mask is still, you know, a great guitar player. Really brings a lot of melody to the song. Just really good stuff. This is the beginning of their career. So check it out if you don't know Dinosaur Jr. Great stuff. And up next, this is Tuxedo Moon, Half Mute. This is originally from 1980. This is I believe it's 2022 reissue on Cram Disc Records. This was originally released on the Residence label, Ralph Records. But yeah, it's really good. It's like minimal. Some of it is kind of minimal, avant-garde, experimental. Listening to this, I heard things that reminded me of Perubu on one track. Another track reminded me of Joy Division, and another track yet reminded me of Bauhaus. So kind of gothy a little bit. There's lots of synth keyboards, saxes, electronic percussion, which I guess is a drum machine, violins, bass guitar, regular guitar, just really interesting. I really like this a lot. It's probably not for everybody, but I think it's pretty good. It's Tuxedo Moon, and the album is called Half Mute. So check it out if you don't know. Oh, some of this reminded me of Gary Newman. So it's kind of like in that realm if you're interested in that type of music. So you might want to check them out. But good stuff. And up next, this is the New York Dolls, Red Patent Leather. This is a live album. It was recorded May 2nd, 1975 at the Little Hippodrome Club in New York City. This was at the time when Malcolm McLaren had taken over management of the band. He only lasted with them for maybe a month or two. And he had this great idea to dress them up in red leather suits and They played with a big communist flag behind them, and needless to say, it didn't go over well. But this isn't bad. This has got some pretty good stuff on it. Some new songs that they never recorded officially, like Pirate Love. I think that was recorded by the Heartbreakers later on, but the Dolls never did a studio recording of that. But like Red Patent Leather, On Fire, they cover Eddie Cochran's Something Else. Daddy Rolling Stone is another cover. But yeah, Pills, Teenage News, that's another original I don't think that they ever recorded. And then they do Personality Crisis and Looking for a Kiss. But yeah, it sounds pretty good. If you like New York Dolls, this is a pretty good one to check out. Good live album from them. 1975, Red Patent Leather. Now this next one, Steve Carlson showed this one a couple weeks ago, and I used to have the album when it first came out back in the 80s, and I bought it for real cheap. It was a promo copy in the cutout bins, so I picked it up, and for some reason I just didn't connect with me. But after Steve had shown it and he raved about it, and so it's been like 30 some years, almost 40 years since I heard the album last, and I went out and I found it, and it's Green on Red, Gas, Food, and Lodging. And I don't know why I didn't like this album before, but I love this album now. It is so good. It's like Steve said, it's like Americana. I kind of hear the Dream Syndicate, like the early Dream Syndicate, because these guys were, I guess, associated with the Paisley Underground at the time. But I'd say this sounds like if the Dream Syndicate kind of went a little more countryish, and yeah, because the sound of the guitars and that is similar to Dream Syndicate. At least to me, it does. But yeah, this is a great album. Really good, jangly guitars, kind of a country influence to it. Not like Sweetheart of the Rodeo or anything, but more like a alt country, maybe Uncle Tupelo or early Wilco or Sunvolt, something like that. But yeah, great album. I'm so glad I picked this up again and got into it. It's Green on Red, Gas, Food, and Lodging. Really good stuff. And up next, we got, this is Rotary Connection Songs. I'm not sure which album this is in their discography. I think it might be like the third. This is from 1969. But what this is they did cover versions of all the songs that were popular at the time. And they do different arrangements of them. Like, for instance, they do Sunshine of Your Love, and it sounds nothing like the Cream version. And they also do The Wait, the band song, that sounds completely different. Tales of Brave Ulysses by Cream. Great stuff, though. Their interpretations of these songs are just fantastic. But yeah, Rotary Connection, kind of a underrated band, I'd say. They included vocalist Minnie Riperton. She's like probably the only one that came out of this band and went on to do something great or greater, I guess. I don't know, but Really good stuff. Late 60s vibe, of course, and really good stuff from Rotary Connection songs. And up next, this is Fleetwood Mac, Kiln House. This was the first album they did after Peter Green left, and it's also the first album they did with Christine McVie. But it's still got a bit of the bluesy touch to it that they had with Peter, but they're kind of branching out into more styles, getting away from the blues style, but there's still some of that on here. But this is a really good album. I never really listened to this before. I always stuck with just the Peter Green version of the band, but this surprised me. It's really good. Christine McVie did the artwork on it. It's really good and done really well there. Great stuff. But yeah, I already showed the inside. Yeah, just good stuff from Fleetwood Mac, their earlier period. Well, they were going into their mid-period by this time. They still had everybody from the original band except for Peter Green. Had Danny Kerwin on guitar and vocals, Jeremy Spencer on guitar and vocals and piano, Mick Fleetwood on drums, John McVie on bass, and Christine McVie, although she's just listed as cover design, but she did participate in some of the recordings of this because she does vocals on a few of the songs. But yeah, really good stuff. If you like this period of Fleetwood Mac, you might want to check this one out if you don't already know about it. Kiln House by Fleetwood Mac from 1970. Okay, I got a few more here. Up next, this is Graaff Generator, H2HE, Who Am the Only One. Yeah, this is British progressive rock. Not your typical progressive rock. This is kind of eccentric, maybe a little bit avant-garde. If you're wondering about the weird title, H is the symbol for hydrogen, and HE is the symbol for helium. And down here it says, the fusion of hydrogen nuclei to form helium nuclei is the basic exothermic reaction in the sun and stars, and hence is the prime energy source in the universe. So there you go for that. But this is a great album. I like Graaff Generator. I got a lot of their albums. It's really good stuff. Oh, I showed you. Why do I keep doing that? But yeah, great progressive rock, kind of eccentric. They use saxophones, flutes, keyboards, guitars, drums. Yeah, really good stuff. Graaff Generator, Graaff Generator, H2HE, Who Am the Only One. Good album. Up next, this is Afghan Wigs. Title is Gentleman. This is originally from 1993. This is a 2011 reissue on High Speed Soul Records. Really good stuff from the Afghan Wigs. It's kind of hard rock mixed with soul, if you can wrap your head around that. But yeah, this is really good stuff. I really like, there's a song on here called Debonair. It's got a really dark feel to it. Well, the whole album's got kind of a dark feel to it. The lyrics are really kind of sinister almost. But great album from Afghan Wigs. Uh, yeah, Gentlemen from 1993. Really good stuff. And then finally, the last one. This is Cream, Disraeli Gears. This is a British pressing from 1973. And the cool thing about this, the reason I bought it was it's on this Reaction label. This was the original label that the album was first released on. The Who also had their second album, A Quick One While He's Away. That one was released on this label too. But in 1973, that was the last year that these albums, the UK pressings of these albums were on Reaction Records. And this was from 1973. But classic album, everybody knows this. It's excellent. This sounds fantastic. It's 50 years old and it's in mint condition. I couldn't pass it up. I already have a copy of it, but I just couldn't pass this up. So, yeah, Disraeli Gears by Cream. So that's it for this week. I still have 2 more installments of my It Came from Cleveland series, which I'll be putting up in the next couple of weeks. So stick around for that if you want to see that. And thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for everybody who's subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And I guess I'll see you all later. So take care, BC, and peace out.